Hey, this is Ebube Olivia Kwame, and I'm coming to you live from Kent in the UK. How are you today? I hope you're well and you're good and you're having an absolutely fantastic Wednesday. Today is my birthday, so join me as I'm here celebrating and dancing. Hey, hey. Anyway, but I hope you're all well and you're good. I'm going to do more of my dancing as I go towards the end of my Facebook Live. I'm going to be doing more dancing. Let me just put this on silent for now. Well, I hope you're well and you're good. As I said, today is my birthday. And of course, there was that debate, should I come on, should I not come on? Of course, I should come on. Of course, I can share a thing or two. And of course, what I want to talk about are 3 things that I have learned in the past 1 year. And this is so real and so very much part of my, what I call them like guiding principles or life lessons or whatever. Well, the first thing for me in this last year is that nothing changes until you change. So if you don't change, your habits, if you don't change your choices, if you don't change your decisions, nothing is going to change. One area that I would say, for instance, I find myself struggling with sometimes is in the area of my health when it comes to my nutrition. And sometimes I go, and this was in the past, I go, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Or, I'll do it today, later on, or it's just this one time and all of that. But I realized that particular habit, that particular choice of not choosing the right thing in the moment and the decision right there and then was costing me something. So I've learned that truly speaking, if I wanted, if I wanted a difference, if I wanted things to change, I really had to, work on my habits, work on my choices, and work on my decisions, basically. Number 2 thing for me has been that I need to work as if everything depends on me and I need to work as if everything depends on me and then pray as if everything depends on God. Go with that mix, go with the mix of my work and, the prayer. And that's it really. And if you look at it, work and prayer, what else can you do apart from giving it your best shot? So that quote for me, or that, let me say, that lesson, is pretty much saying to me, give it your best shot. Do the best that you can with what you have in your circumstance or situation. Do the best that you have. And of course, leave the rest to God. Leave the rest, but, put everything in prayer and go with that mix. But you have to work hard and you have to pray hard. So it's kind of like doing both at the same time, if that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to try and turn back my music on. Give me 1 second, because I don't want to rush this Facebook Live. I need help turning my music back. 1 second. No one to help. No one to help, so I'll just probably continue without any music. Anyway, so the second point I was mentioning or saying is that you need to go with the mix of working and praying. Now, if you're just tuning in, you're welcome. Today is all about 3 lessons, 3 things that I have learned in the last 1 year. These are 3 things that I have learned, okay, in the last 1 year. So I just had a thought here that I can actually maybe play some music here using my laptop. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. If I get it right, then that will be fantastic. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, so the first thing is, understanding that nothing changes until you change. You can't expect that you're going to see different results without doing anything. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so it's all about knowing that if you truly want to see a different result, if you truly want to see something different, then you have to do something different. And the one thing that you have to do differently will start from, your choices. It will start from your decisions. It will start from, you know, the habits, basically. Okay, so let me see if my music is going to work. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm playing it. I hope it's coming through. Yeah, so it's all about understanding that if you want to change anything, let me stop the music here. If you want to change anything, if you want to have a different outcome, basically it starts with you know, changing those habits and those decisions, and of course the choices that you make. So today I'm here, you know, it's my birthday, and I'm just here to share 3 lessons, 3 things, 3 tips that I've learned profoundly in the last 1 year. That number 1, if you don't change, nothing changes. So nothing changes until you change. If there's anything in your finances, your spirituality, your relationships, your career, you know, those sort of things, those 5 areas of life, your health, that you want to change, and you're not changing, you're not, you know, you're not doing anything about it when it comes to your habits, when it comes to your choices, when it comes to your decisions, then you're only just going to be doing the same thing. It's just a repetition of the same thing. So my first lesson, my first point out there is change, and have the willingness to change, you know, the habits, the decisions, and of course your choices. My number 2 thing is to work and to pray. So you work as if everything depends on you. Work as if everything depends on you, but pray, or let me say, and pray as if everything depends on God. It was Saint Anthony that said, you know, that made that quote, and it's so true that you have to go with the mix. You go with the mix of your hard work and prayer, because sometimes you might put in a lot of effort, but it has to be crowned with that sort of blessing. So go with a mix of hard work, you know, working, giving it your best shot, giving it everything that you possibly can within, you know, that space, within, you know, as much as you can, and then, you know, pray as if everything depends on God. Thank you, Titi, for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Mrs. Oblado, as well, for the birthday wishes. If you're just tuning in today, it's my birthday, and today I'm here to share 3 tips, 3 things that I have learned personally in my last year, you know, and has, you know, profoundly turn things around for me. Number 1, like I said, is, you know, changing, understanding that if you just stay and don't change, then nothing changes. Number 2 is understanding that you need to work as if everything depends on you, but pray as if everything depends on God, and go with that mix. My number 3 point is never, and this is so profound, and if I would say that there's the one thing that I would take away from my last year, is never negotiate on your dreams. Never. Don't give up your dreams for anybody. Don't give up your dreams for anyone, do you understand? Like anything. Don't ever give up your dreams. It's not about giving up your dreams. You might negotiate on maybe the strategy or the plan, how to carry out your dreams and your goals and all of that. You might want to negotiate on that, but do not give it up. Never give up on your goals and dreams. You know, negotiate on your strategy, negotiate on the timing. You might say, okay, I can't do this in 2 months. Maybe I'm going to do it in 6 months. That's fine. So you can extend the time. But do not give up on your dreams, because that would be wounding your very core, your very essence, and the very thing that gives you direction in life. Your dreams, when you have them, are usually very personal to yourself. So sometimes when you find that you're trying to explain some of your, you know, some of the things, your intentions to people, sometimes they just might not get it. They might not get it because the dream is your dream. The dream is personal to yourself. You kind of understand it more. It comes from within yourself. And that's the reason why you don't want to ever give up on your dream. Help me with the song. Put it back on. Okay, so I was dancing right at the beginning of my Facebook. Thank you. I was dancing right at the beginning of my Facebook live, and you know, I'm just, thank you so much, Mustafa. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, and I'm just here today to share, lower the volume, to share 3 things that I have learned, 3 things I have learned profoundly in this last year. You know, it's always good for us to have that sort of like pause and think, what is life teaching us? Every step of the way, what is life teaching us? What is life, how is life directing us? And I think for me, these three things, they've truly, profoundly shaped my last 1 year, my last 365 days. That number one, if I didn't change, and I gave the example of, me saying, okay, I wanted to change in my health and all of that, but when it came to my nutrition, but I wasn't really, I'll say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, or I will do it later, or it's just this one time. And then I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. So I had to really understand that change is down to my habits, my choices, my decision, and I really, really, really had to take it seriously. The second one was understanding that you got to put in the work. You have to put in the work, but when you put in the work, it's not just about what you put in, it's also about, depending on God, depending on a higher power. Because sometimes when you're running the race of life, it's not just down to, okay, I'm just going to work, hard work and all that. Your hard work counts, so you work as if everything depends on you, but you have to pray as if everything, depends on God. And the third thing for me has been that when it comes to my dreams, there's just no negotiation. When it comes to your dreams, you just cannot negotiate on your dreams. You just cannot give it up. Never, never negotiate on your dreams. That's the one profound thing that I have learned. That's the third thing. Never negotiate on your dreams. Never give that up. Never, say you're not going to do it or whatever, or try to exchange that for something else. Stay focused on your dreams. Negotiate on the strategy, negotiate on the plans, negotiate on the timing. It might take you, like I said, 6 months instead of 3 or 2 months. It might take you 5 years instead of 1 year or 3 years. That's fine. That's all right. But never give up on your dreams. So let me do a little bit of dancing. A little bit. That is if this music is going to come on now. I like this song because it's just a song of, it's an Igbo song. If you understand Igbo, join me in dancing. And if you don't, just go like that, So I'm going to do this for a few minutes and I'm out of here, of course, to celebrate with the family. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody. I'm so thankful, grateful, and happy to be here on my birthday. And yes, let me add one more thing actually. Eriwa, Eriwa, Eriwa. Hey. Eriwa, Eriwa. Hey. If you understand Igbo, you understand this song. Hey. It's my birthday, so if you're wondering why is she dancing, well, it's my birthday. Hey. Okay. One more thing that I have learned as well, because I shared 3 things that I've learned in the last 1 year, but one more thing as well that for me, I don't know, I just found myself doing it very often, was practicing gratitude. Just be thankful. Always be thankful. Never stop being thankful. Okay? So if you're just tuning in, well, I'm just about rounding up. But today has been talking about 3 areas or 3 things or 3 tips that has shaped me in the last 1 year. These are lessons that I've picked up along the way. And I'm very grateful. The first one, like I mentioned, is nothing changes until you change. Number 2, work as if everything depends on you, but pray as if everything depends on God. Number 3 is never, never, never give up on your dreams. Don't negotiate on them. Negotiate on the strategy, the plans, the timing, all of that, but not on the dreams itself. Number 4 is just what I've shared now, which is have that spirit and mind and attitude of gratitude. Just be grateful. Because if you look at it, number 1, there are a lot of things in life that, we haven't given ourselves, but we have. And just be thankful. Every day you wake up, it's not where you want to be. It's not what you want to do. Yes, that's fine. But don't ever throw away your gratitude. Your gratitude goes a long way in opening up doors for you. So I'm going to stop here, my friends. And until next Wednesday, stay well, be well. Celebrate with me wherever you are. Just celebrate with me. But thanks, to you all for tuning in. And I hope you found value today Until next time, my friends, take care, see you, and bye.